Okay, new question. How do I let it go? Really what we're saying here, or what's being asked, is how do I let something go when it's having me, when it's triggered me? And what has it triggered? Why am I being wound up by it? Why is it entangling me, right? That's really what we're asking. Because letting go of something, you walk down the street, you see a car, it just passes straight by. You see a car, you let that go, no problem. You see a friend, hi, how you doing? You let that go, passes straight by. And then something happens which you're really not happy with. And you feel a sense of injustice. This was not right. They shouldn't be able to do that. Why are they doing this? They always do this with me. Do you see what I mean? Straight away, there's a sense that something has happened which shouldn't happen. And then I'm entangled in it. Because the idea of how it should have been, the boyfriend leaves me, the girlfriend leaves me. There's lots of other girlfriends, lots of other boyfriends out there. Sorry, lots of other boys and lots of other girls out there who can be boyfriends or girlfriends. This thing can go in all different directions. Life just happens. But it's not what I wanted to happen. And that goes against how I saw the story was going to be, how I saw my happiness was going to come about. So really what I'm saying is that I won't allow these things to happen. So I will hold a stance against them. And so then I'm entangled then with it. And I can't accept that's just what life is. Boyfriends leave, girlfriends leave. People do injustices. Someone catches your car, marks your car. It just happens. This is life. Doesn't make it right in the sense that, oh, that's what should happen. My partner should go off with somebody else. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it happens. And the reason why we can't let it go is because we have an invested story in our head that my happiness only comes through this, or only this should happen. And it doesn't mean it won't hurt either. Things hurt. You're emotionally attached and you lose and there's a loss. Yeah, it's going to hurt like crazy. You'll be emotionally hurt. You're going to miss somebody. And that's life. That's what happens in life. And then by saying, I don't accept it, by saying, no, we entangle it. And then by entangling it, then we build a whole area around that which becomes an unresolved issue for us. And we carry it. And the question is, how do I let that go? We have to ask ourselves, why do we carry it? what is it in it that I can't accept? There are unconscious people in the world. They are going to do unconscious things. There are people who are unaware, lost in their own ego, the self-seeking mind, and they will cheat, they will try to get ahead, they will do whatever they can to win. Because to them, that's all there is. They know nothing else. Those people exist. And by seeing that for what it is, and really truly seeing that those people do exist, that is a reality. You realize it's not personal. It seems strange, but when, someone knocks the wing mirror off your car, I'm just trying to think of an example, okay? Someone knocks the wing mirror off your car, and you come back to your car and it's knocked off, and they've not stopped, and they've not left their number, and they've just damaged your car. That's because there are people who are unconscious, who do unconscious things. And they don't care. They actually are just so wrapped up in their own world, so much in their own story, that don't have thought for the other person. That is a reality. And then you turn up and you go, but it's not right. They shouldn't do that. And what you're really saying is, I shouldn't have this in my life. And now you are starting to argue with life. And then you get wrapped up in it, and it creates a whole conflict for you. And the whole thing starts to generate its own momentum. And the reason why you're not letting it go is because you're not seeing it for what it is. So the letting go is always seeing the thing really for how it is. With the boyfriend, the girlfriend, they leave you. And then when you see it truly for what it is, why they left, because they had, they had some insecurity which they brought from their childhood, they had some issues around it, they didn't feel secure in the relationship, so they couldn't then take the relationship to the next level. When you see it, you go, doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, but you realize it's not personal. The whole thing here and life itself is playing itself out. And your picture of how you feel it should be and how you view it creates the entanglement. And then in that entanglement, then it becomes an issue. And then you carry that issue with you. And then you start to say things like, well, I'm not going to let that happen to me again. And then the next time it rises, something looks a bit like that. You react to it because you're still caught up in it before. So if we come back to the original question, how do I let these things go? How do I let go? You come into your breathe, become present. You see the mind talking about it, saying how it should and shouldn't be, and what you're going to have and what you're not going to stand for. The story. And you see that for what it is. You see your own thinking is creating the issue for letting go. You've personalized the happening. What's just happened, you've personalized it. And you say, well, of course it's personal, it's me, it's happened to me. The boyfriend left me, the girlfriend left me. But it's not them leaving, which is the issue. It's your thinking which is creating the issue, which is stopping you and entangling you in it. And therefore and it isn't, it's when they say, how do I let go? It's actually not, you don't do something to let go. It's not a sense of, oh, I let go of something. It's that you stop holding on. You stop holding a opposed position. You stop engaging. And the reason why you stop engaging or you stop opposing is because you've seen it for what it is. And in that, there's a relief. You're like, oh yeah. Yeah. There are unconscious people in the world. There are egotistical people who are wrapped up in their own mind and they're in their own story, unthoughtful, doing injustices. This is the reality of the world we live in. And if some of that touches you, that is life. Doesn't mean it won't hurt, but you don't resist it, trying to, you obviously, I say a point, you obviously don't put yourself in that position if you can help it. You try to avoid those positions naturally, intelligently. This is not some sort of passive thing. You're acting intelligently within it. But when that part of life touches you, it will hurt. It's uncomfortable. It may cost you money, cost you time. But that's it. And you do that, and you give your time to it, and you give your money to it, to resolve the issue that somebody else has done. That's fine, because that's what it is. And the letting go is the seeing it for what it is. That's what the letting go is. So how do I let go? I see it for what it is. I see it free of my own thinking, my own personal thinking of how I think it should be.